Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 30 of an ESO High Isle walkthrough. In the previous episode, we came here to Aminos Island and finished up a quest we had started a while back. What is this right here? Volcanic vent? Alright, I'm not going to worry about that. So we opened, at the very end, I opened the zone guide, and it told me to go to Death's Valor Keep, which looks like it's a delve. So I'm going to go to this way shrine here, see if I can get close to Death's Valor Keep. Is that it? Death's Valor Keep. Yeah, that's it.
Let's ride!
Oh, who's this?
I can't believe what I saw with my own eyes. A talking skull. It can't be. I was just looking for rings, honest. No one was going to miss them, and the dead can't use them. But then there was this voice, and the skull.
What? What happened with the skull?
It talked. It politely asked me not to disturb the graves. It sounded like a noble, that skull. It promised me treasures and riches if I helped it. I ran instead.
Treasures and riches? I like that idea. Where is the talking skull?
You want to treat with it, be my guest.
Okay.
I left it where I found it. Outside that ruin. The Death's Valor Keep. Or maybe it was the Death Valor's Keep. It doesn't matter. I won't go near it or another grave again.
I'll find the talking skull in the graveyard outside Death's Valor Keep. Alright, what's the supplies here? Can I have these supplies? Thank you. It's a beautiful day in High Isle. Birds chirping. It's nice. Sir Nathain Galien.
You appear as if you expected to find me.
I did.
I wonder, do you know where you stand? That was the home of the long-gone knights of Death's Valor. Lord Leobert turned on his oath and cursed us with undeath.
What did Lord Leobert do?
He performed tainted magic, cleaved our bodies from mortality. But he didn't complete the ritual. His magic confined our bodies to the bounds of the keep. I couldn't allow Leobert to fix the spell, so I hid his ritual tools inside 4 sacred altars.
Okay, why can't you take the items from the altars?
Leobert caught me and threw my body from the ramparts. Once I crossed over the wall, the magic binding my body together dissipated. Help me. Kneel at the altars. Ensure Leobert will never leave. Do this, and the treasures of the graveyard are yours.
Sounds good. I'll kneel at the altars within Death's Valor Keep and take the tools of Leobert's ritual.
With your knees and my knowledge, the altars will relinquish the items we seek. Find them in the chapel, the living quarters, the statuary, and the catacombs. Put me in your pack. Together, we'll ensure Lord Leobert's plan is never realized.
Wait, you want me to put you in my pack?
I prefer to be carried. It's less disrespectful, but I suspect you'll need your hands free for the trials ahead. Honor demands that I accompany you on this quest. More importantly, my presence will be necessary inside Death's Valor Keep.
Why do you have to come into the keep with me?
The altars inside served as the final test of a squire's worthiness. The chests won't open unless the Order's creed is said in earnest.
I see.
My presence ensures that kneeling at the altars will unlock the chests.
Before I do that, what else can you tell me about Death's Valor Keep?
Once, the building was the stronghold of the Knights of Death's Valor. The stories I could tell you about our lives. But Lord Leobert betrayed us, forged himself into a corruption of our very beliefs.
Okay, tell me about the Knights of Death's Valor.
Our keep stood as a bastion against the dark and beacon for the ill-fated for centuries. I remember the pride I felt being among the knights. The sense of purpose. All now lost.
Why did you call yourself the Knights of Death's Valor?
The name reminded the knights to fight justly and well. We knew that death wasn't a thing to be beaten back or feared. Still, my demise wasn't honorable. And in death, I lie far from the brethren my negligence cursed.
Why do you blame yourself?
I was Lord Leobert's confidant when we were but lowly pages. His father served as knight commander and had little time for Leobert. I should have seen what he was planning. Maybe I could have turned him from it. I failed us all.
How did you get to the graveyard?
A traveler buried me here, but left my head on the gravestone. A warning to all who journeyed on this road. My presence ensured that no one disturbed the keep or unleashed the horrors within.
Why do I have to kneel at the altars?
Before Leobert tarnished the name of Death's Valor, the altars stood as a test of Squire's worthiness. Kneeling at the altars and praying to the ideals we held dear, disengaged the locks holding the chests next to the altars shut.
What were in the chests?
Items sacred to us. The burial shroud of Lucette Suriel, a black candle, a sack of grave dirt, dried petals. I desecrated the chests, but there wasn't much time. Leobert had to be stopped. The chests were the only option.
But why doesn't Leobert just kneel at the altars and open them himself?
That may be the only light in this dark situation. The power of the altars only reveals itself to those who are worthy. Lord Leobert, in his arrogance, shunned our order, our very creed. He's no more worthy than an ant.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him again, why do you want me to put you in my pack?
I prefer to be carried.
Alright, I'll put you in my pack. Sir Nathain Galien's skull, the reanimated skull of Sir Nathain Galien, a long-dead knight of Death's Valor. A knight's vow is sacred and everlasting. Not even the silence of the grave may free you from your oath, Lord Leobert. I mean, was that something Lord Leobert said before?
I yearned to see my home one last time, but I never anticipated I'd see it from the inside of a satchel.
I'm telling you, I hit the block button. I did.
Once, this courtyard was filled with talk and laughter. Now all I can hear is the clanking of items in your pack.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Skeleton.
As squires, Leobert and I fell asleep praying in front of that statue.
I see. Loot. Lots and lots of loot. Well, the trunk is empty. I feel cheated. Lots of empty stuff. What's this? Empty. Dark Elf Shelf. Nice. Oh, you don't like me stealing your seafood? Okay. All you had to do was just let me have the seafood. I would have let you live your undead life. But no. You had to go and attack me. I mean, do skeletons even need seafood anyway? What's the big deal if I take it? Thought I saw a knife over there, but it's just for decoration. Oh, here's a treasure chest. Right at the same place where the quest objective is. Lag is getting bad. Ruby Ash Ice Staff of Shock, 71 gold. Great.
Knights, lost to the forgotten past, let us live in a manner that befits your long-gone memory.
Ritual Dagger. An ancient dagger. There are flecks of rust on the handle, as if it were still wet when it was hidden in the altar.
The dagger Leobert used to flay his body. His harebrained sacrifice brought an end to our glorious order.
There's the Skyshard. Skeletons to summon. Alright, now there was an entrance to another section of the delve back there. But I don't know if I want to do that yet. I think I might want to just keep exploring this area. Looks like there's some other quest objectives in other parts of the delve. This may be the entrance to the other area. I'm not sure. Where does this go? Death's Valor Keep Catacombs. Alright, I'm not going to go to the catacombs yet. I want to explore the upper level first. There's something up above us that we can't get to. I wonder what's over here. Some kind of courtyard? Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna go back this way. Think what's the fastest way to hit all of these quest objectives. Still gonna find the boss too. Can't leave here without killing the delve boss. Alright, let's kneel.
A knight does not forget that it is their duty to serve others.
Then open the chest. tattered tome of incantation. An ancient and blood-stained book. The ink is faded with age and the poor conditions of being secreted away in the chest.
Lord Leobert, with this book he learned to reject fate. With these pages, he destroyed those who are honorable and true.
Alright, so still got one more quest objective within the upper levels, and then we'll go into the catacombs. Oh.
With the chapel so removed from our daily lives, only those undergoing the rites of passage knelt at the altar here.
Alright, mostly let Ember take him out. Alright, can we kneel for this side?
A knight is humbled in the face of all that lies beyond mortal comprehension. A knight does not fight the end when it draws near.
Valor's Chalice. The tarnished chalice bears the symbol of the leading family of the Knights of Des Valor.
That chalice was passed down for generations and welcomed countless knights to our halls. Leobert's ritual used it to end us before our time.
Alright, what's this over here? Anything in here? No? Okay. Let's go to the catacombs and see what's in there. I see a marker right here, but there doesn't seem to be any way to get into the catacombs from here. For some reason, I think it's a bug. Here's a regular treasure chest. Alright, here's the catacombs.
Big mistake.
Wow, this place is huge. No loot in there. Okay, if I just go straight, I should get to the final quest objective.
Leobert's chamber. Not even the altar within could return the Knight Commander to his senses.
And here is the boss. telling us to go where? What is this? It's not going to tell us what it is right now. I'm going to have to look at it later. Altar of Valor.
A knight is courageous, even in the face of insurmountable danger.
Stopped heart. A silent heart. It's cold to the touch.
The heart Leobert ripped from his chest in the shadow of fear. I doubt he cared about the impact this had on the rest of us.
Alright, where are we going now? Death's Valor Keep, it says. Oh, you retrieved every item. Had I hands, I would clasp yours in friendship. Leave this cursed keep to the dead. Alright, that's it. We're done. I just need to get out of here now. Come on, bear. You can make it.
Place the items you dutifully recovered in that grave. Leobert will never leave his keep now.
Alright, let's do it.
Now, refill the grave with dirt.
Okay.
This time the mistakes of the past were buried. Now, no one will suspect what this grave hides. I'd like to be laid to rest atop that tombstone, if you don't mind putting me there. Even without lungs, I cherish being in this fresh air. I'm glad I put my skull into your care, Pilgrim. You prayed at the sacred altars and removed the ritual items from Lord Leobert's sphere of influence. You are honorable and dutiful.
Will the ritual items be safe in that grave?
No one will look in this graveyard for the items thought to be lost within the keep. And I will watch over them. Your task is done. You have my thanks in all things. Here, I promised you the treasures forgotten in the graveyard. Take them.
Alright, most of these pieces we've already got because of the festival that happened here. But, you know, at least I can sell this or scrap it or whatever.
I'm not sure how long my cursed existence will continue, but I feel at rest. My trials are over. I'll keep my vigil here and look to welcome death with open arms whenever I'm blessed with it.
Will burying the ritual items stop Lord Leobert's plans?
The magic of the ritual will not let Leobert and his lackeys leave the keep's walls. With the ritual items, their strength could grow. But since you took the tools from inside the keep, their cursed forms are trapped forever.
Yeah, this doesn't sound very convincing. I could just see some villain digging up this grave and getting the tools and releasing all these monsters. How can you be so sure?
I am the only one who exited the keep. I believe the sight of my bones falling apart in the air frightened them. They'd never risk losing their mobility. I'll do my duty and watch over these items. I have a knack for long vigils now.
Do you think you'll ever be able to pass on?
I hope so. I'd like to not rush into it. Not while the others of my order pose a threat inside the keep. But one day, yes. When my time comes, I will smile. And that will be all.
All right.
There is a pleasing breeze in the air. A new peace calming the keep.
All right. Glad I could help. All right. So now, looks like we've got a point of interest up here. Colossus View Lighthouse. All the way over here. I think I need to go out right around. Nope, don't want to go that way. I want to go around. Or through here, maybe. I could go through the battlegrounds area. That'll be a little bit faster.
Rocky, no! Don't do this!
I need to go this way. Interesting. I've been up here for a main story quest, but I've never been all the way to the end.
I've been waiting to try this spell out.
Oh, wait, this is not really a point of interest. It's a striking locale. Is that right? I mean, a point of interest should have a quest associated with it. Why is it listed as a point of interest, and yet there's no quest? That is not the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so basically it's a striking locale that's listed as a point of interest. Whatever. So now I need to go to Albatross Leap. Wonder how far away Albatross Leap is. Should I take a way shrine or should I just ride there? Oh, it's way up there. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the Skyshard over here. And then I'll take the way shrine to get to the point. Public dungeon. And create a solo build and save it in the armory so that we can do those more difficult content like world bosses, the public dungeons, and eventually I'll do the raid. I'll get a group to do the raid. But for like the public dungeons, I can solo that. I just need a better build, like a build with more self-healing and more health. Or at least more armor or whatever. Oh, I guess this is going to be up at the top. Okay, maybe it's way up there. On that ladder.
Don't mess with a street kid.
That is not what I meant to do. Wait, it gave me credit for it? That was weird. This is the striking. Oh, Systres History, Volume 4. After signing the Concordat of Fraternity, the remaining captains and crews of the All Flags Navy returned to their own lands, save for a few from High Rock and Colovia. Those who stayed behind were mostly engineers and laborers, tasked with the construction of a monument to commemorate the fleet's triumph over the Slode. This grand edifice took more than 20 years to complete. In that time, many of the Breton workers brought their families and roots in the villages around the shipyards, primarily in Gonfalon Bay. Despite the increasing Breton influence on the island, it remained an imperial holding, claimed by Bindu Olo himself as an extension of Colovia. Relations between the Bretons and the Alessian Empire turned sour in the years leading up to High Rock's secession in 1E 2305, throwing the archipelago's future into doubt. Rather than casting the Bretons out as the Emperor demanded, the Colovians demurred, insisting that the costs of removal were prohibitive. In truth, the Colovians were simply biding their time, preparing for their own chance to assert their independence. Emboldened by the Legion of Faith and Piety's failure to capture High Rock, and the continued encroachment of Alessian clergy into Western affairs, the Colovian estates finally revolted in 1E 2321, initiating the War of Righteousness. To the great relief of all Sistraians, the battle lines never stretched beyond the shores of Tamriel proper. The costs of the war, however, swelled beyond what even the wealthiest Colovians could afford. While High Rock could rely on the Dragontail Mountains, the Druidox, and the arid wastes of Hammerfell to defend them from imperial aggression, the highlands of Colovia afforded little in the way of natural barriers. Both the Alessians and the Colovians emptied their treasuries in a desperate scramble to gain a material advantage over the enemy. By 1E 2326, the estate's wealth was completely exhausted. To raise additional capital, Colovian kings began selling non-essential territory, including the Sisters Isles. A consortium of High Rock coin barons, led by Duchess Martine Guimard, purchased the archipelago for an undisclosed sum in 1E 2327. Duchess Guimard was unquestionably the canniest ruler of her day, described as cold and imperious by her contemporaries. Common invective for powerful women of the era. She amassed vast wealth not through marriage and diplomacy, but through the markets, specifically a combination of shrewd lending, smuggling, land acquisitions, and draconian tax policy. Acquiring the Sisters Archipelago made Duchess Guinard's star rise higher at court than even she had hoped. In a letter to her cousin, Marc Guimard, she stated, quote, "The houses are greatly pleased, both ally and rival. Indeed, it is as if I traded a handful of grain for the whole of Tamriel," end quote. House Guimard sought ownership of the Sisters to exploit the island's natural resources, but they quickly learned that the true value of the archipelago was cultural. Despite being administrated by the Empire, the island's thriving labor communities were thoroughly Bretonic, in language, culture, and custom. This population dynamic, combined with the discovery of druidic ruins on High Isle, Galen, and Ephelon, fixed the sisters in High Rock's collective imagination. Untouched, occupied by Bretons, and now owned by Bretons. Guimard, along with several of her contemporaries, visited the sisters in 1E 2328 for an official induction ceremony and dubbed the largest island High Isle in honor of the Bretons' ancestral homeland, High Rock, a name that remains in place to the current day. Let's continue exploring. Now it says to do the public dungeon. Okay, so let me get this water skin here. Alright, and with that, I'm going to end this episode, and in between now and the next time I record, I'm going to create a solo build so we can go do that public dungeon, which is called Spire of the Crimson Coin. Thanks for watching. See you next time.